All right, welcome back, people. We have a breaking update, something that we have been struggling against for months, if not years at this point in time. We've now got a landmark victory over the DOJ. Sometimes these Fridays happen where the news comes fast and furious, and we are always here. And yes, I did that on purpose because we are spreading freedom to this generation to the next. And please make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. This is the channel for those who want to do something about it and win. And that's what we're doing. All right, guys, what I'm about to show you right now is something coming from NAGR. I'm going to let you guys filter in here. This is massive, and it's not massive because of force reset triggers. It's massive because of a much bigger reason. So make sure you guys are sending this out, share it out. I know it's early for a live in the middle of the day. It'll probably be a shorter video, but make sure you send this out because this is important stuff that we've been struggling with for the last little while, and we just got a big one. All right. National Association for Gun Rights scores landmark victory over DOJ and ATF on forced reset triggers. Now, of course, this is coming from their X account. You can check it out. It's linked in the description box below, National Association for Gun Rights. They have been struggling against FRTs for a while, and what have we said on this channel? The more that we stand up, the more that we encourage those that are fighting it, the more that we support those that are fighting it, the more we will win. Guys, today you halted the budget committee. No vote. Bye. Out the door. Today, you're getting a National Association for Gun Rights landmark victory over the DOJ and the ATF. I'm about to walk you through this press release. Guys, we can't win if we don't try, and we started trying 3 years ago. We are grinding. These victories are stacking on stacking on stacking because you're working at it. All right, let's get into it, guys. Check this out. Washington, D.C., I'm just going to read through it really quickly. Stop at the important parts. In a monumental win for gun owners, the National Association for Gun Rights, NAGR, and Texas Gun Rights have forced the Department of Justice and the ATF to back down in their assault on forced reset triggers. Now, if you're not familiar, the ATF randomly designated these as machine guns, even though they're trigger groups. Okay? They decided it was machine gun, therefore it was machine gun. Well, that's why this is so important. Making up rules whole cloth, by caveat, by sign of the pen, is not acceptable. That's why this was so important. And NAGR, and through extension, we all just got a big win. Credit where credit's due. They've been fighting this for a long time. As part of a settlement agreement signed Friday, that's today, under the new administration, the DOJ and the ATF have agreed to drop all 3 ongoing lawsuits, return all seized or surrendered FRTs, and pledge to keep their hands off FRTs in the future as long as they meet the legal definition upheld in the judgment in the Federal District Court. All 3 cases dropped by the DOJ, all returned or seized or surrendered FRTs, boom, gone out the door back to where they came from. Guys, this is a massive deal. Again, we're going to keep on going. Let's check it out. If you're just now getting in, a victory over the DOJ and the ATF, which has been a long time coming, which has been spearheaded on this side by NAGR, or National Association for Gun Rights. Quote, "This is one of the most stunning victories in the history of the gun rights movement. We didn't just beat the ATF, we put them in a submission hold and they tapped out," said Dudley Brown, president of NAGR. This decision marks a new era of holding the DOJ and the ATF accountable when they trample the rights of law-abiding gun owners. We made them give back what they took, and that's a precedent that they will never forget. Like it says right there, that is the president of NAGR, or National Association for Gun Rights. And guys, I'm going to zoom out for you a little bit. I'm going to paint a picture for you. 4 years ago, the common consensus was we're screwed. After 4 years of you guys grinding, you now have GOA spearheading a God-sending effort in the legislature to get suppressors off the NFA, along with short-barrel rifles. That is grinding. The ATF, the DOJ, just took a massive hit at the hands of NAGR. Guys, all of these groups are smoking. FPC spent the last 6 months to 12 months grinding out all these different rulings against gun control. Guys, when they took down the NRA, we had splinter groups pop off, and we are beating them on more fronts than they can defend. Keep going. This is huge. Let me keep on showing you. Again, if you're just now turning in, DOJ, ATF completely smoked. They turned tail and run, dropped all 3 cases, returned all stolen items or confiscated items of FRTs. Under the settlement terms, the ATF will return all FRTs that were seized or surrendered, regardless of whether they belong to NAGR members or not. That's key. Not just NAGR members, this is everybody. That's why this is such a big deal. This is across the board. Individual owners must request returns by September 30th, 2025. Instructions will be published on the ATF's website. Additionally, the DOJ agrees to respect FRTs that meet the criteria established in the ruling from Judge O'Connor that I just mentioned, even beyond the current presidential administration going forward. So this isn't a temporary win. Hannah Hill, Vice President of National Foundation for Gun Rights, who we frequently cite, praised the settlement as a major breakthrough for Second Amendment rights. Quote, under Joe Biden, the DOJ and the ATF thought they could simply decree gun owners criminals overnight. They did, and they tried, and we beat them. Thanks to the new administration's leadership and changes in personnel, the DOJ wisely reversed course and adopted a policy in line with the law and the Constitution. This win restores the rights of thousands of gun owners and sets a powerful precedent for standing up to federal overreach. And to me, that's the biggest piece. Setting a precedent to standing up against federal overreach. That's what each one of you have been doing, either through supporting these groups or doing it yourself. This is what we can achieve when we work together. And again, see the example I said earlier in this video of the splinter groups and how we are all taking on our own fronts. Guys, this is massive. Let's keep going. Rare breed triggers, whose FRTs were targeted by the ATF, expressed their satisfaction with the outcome. Quote, this victory is a landmark moment in the fight against unchecked government overreach. The ATF and the DOJ tried to silence and bury us, not because we broke the law, but because I refused to bend to the will of a tyrannical administration, said Lawrence DeMonico, president of Rare Breed Triggers. With the support of the National Association for Gun Rights and renewed leadership at the DOJ under President Trump, we fought the machine and won. I made a promise to see this battle through to the end, no matter the consequences, and today I am proud to say promise is kept. And the camera just went off, but it will reset. Keep on going. Quote, this victory is a direct result of refusing to compromise. The federal government tried to criminalize law-abiding gun owners with the stroke of a pen, and we stopped them, said Chris McNutt, president of Texas Gun Rights. Texas Gun Rights was proud to help lead this fight, and today's win proves that when gun owners stand their ground against the deep state, we win. That is a really important piece. In this next part, you're going to see something familiar. But before I do, if you're just now tuning in, we just had the DOJ and the ATF completely and uniformly apply the basic withdrawal of 3 different cases. Any type of seized FRTs or rare breed triggers, anything that was taken and deemed a machine gun by executive fiat, gone, done, no more. Directions for compensation or return will be up on the ATF's website, and they promised not to do it, including in future administrations. Guys, this is a massive win against federal overreach, which is what we hit on this channel. But let me show you this, because this might sound familiar. Remember how I'm always saying the right people in the right places in the White House? Watch this. NAGR and Texas GR think rare breed triggers. Dillon Law Group and fellow plaintiffs Patrick Carey, James Wheeler, and Travis Spiegel for helping make this victory possible. You know that one of those people, the Dillon Law Group, you know who the Dillon Law Group belongs to? Yeah, Harmeet Dillon. You know who Harmeet Dillon is? The Assistant Attorney General, who's leading the Civil Rights Group, which is focusing on the 2A task force. Guys, are you seeing the way this is all melding together? I'm just saying. The National Association for Gun Rights and its legal team are celebrating the historic win as a defining moment in the battle against federal gun control measures. NAGR will continue to fight for the rights of peaceable Americans and hold the ATF accountable for any further infringements on gun ownership. Guys, you have to understand the broader scope here. We are winning on multiple fronts because we are fighting on multiple fronts. The gun controllers can only operate on a single unified front. That's the only thing that they can do. They get their talking points, they get their marching orders, they go. When we hit them with this many different approaches from different people, splinter groups, they cannot stand. And it is glorious. And I hope you guys are as pleased as I am. I'm probably going to do another video tonight. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, I love each one of you just the right amount that makes you comfortable. I'll see you on the next video that I make. I hope you celebrate this, send this out everywhere, and give NAGR some love in the comments because this has been their baby. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.